All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Kaguya-sama, Love is War, Season 3, Episode 3. Feels so good to say.
Indeed.
Just like it didn't feel good for Hayasuka to have to listen to Miyake's.
Miyake!
Yep. Just don't rap, please.
Please, never do that again.
But maybe go to a certain chaotic blob for training. She might be able to help out. I'm sure she'd be happy to.
She's just like, with her earplugs in, you know.
Yep, exactly.
I raised that boy.
No, please.
Never.
I thought you were finally out of the house. Don't come back now.
But yeah, seeing Hayasuka very much bully Kaguya by betraying her into making her think that, oh no, what if I steal him from you?
What are you gonna do? Apparently fucking nothing.
Nothing at all. What else is new?
You have failed this city.
But what else is new? I mean,
well, That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah. But hey, Hayasuka did seem to potentially also just kind of have a little moment of like, well, wait a minute, that was really cool. I think I really understand why Kaguya likes you. Whoa.
And Kaguya is hopeless anyway, so she's never gonna end up with him. So, I mean, it's not even really like I'm taking him from anybody, you know?
It's true.
Yeah, because they are not actually dating. So
they're not actually dating.
So you know,
yeah, that's also
Kaguya,
a very good point.
Get on that shit.
Get on his. Never mind. But yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion.
All right.
Another
episode.
Good stuff.
Great one. Yep.
And now we have met Maki.
Indeed. Yes.
A character that is very much in love with Tsubasa, I believe.
Right.
Because Kashiwagi, Nagisa Kashiwagi is the one that she was trying to sabotage, essentially.
Indeed. And apparently, she's furious because somebody told him to use the Kabedon, and it worked.
And then he ended up going for that girl.
Yep.
Which is funny because that means that you liked him long before he was dating her and still didn't do anything.
And you have all these similarities with Kaguya.
Shinomiya much?
I wonder. You know, it's just
just an observation, but you might need to get good, scrub.
Exactly.
Just saying.
I did absolutely adore though the idea that Shirogane was like, yes, she's cute, and then Kaguya's like, wait, what? It's like,
I
can't tell her that the things that I found were cute were the things that reminded me of Kaguya. Shit.
Yep. Very, very tricky situation you found yourself in there.
But the not cheating was actually an attempt at stealing. There was reasons to be suspicious,
but not of him,
exactly.
But of her.
Right.
Which is hilarious because that's the kind of thing that makes perfect sense while also her being wrong about the cheating.
Right.
Because
God, that whole conversation is just
like this is something
I feel you, Eno.
Well,
I feel you.
Well, this is the thing that I found to be rather interesting in terms of the discussion regarding this is that there's a culture surrounding this in real life. Basically, guys are notorious specifically for cheating.
Sure.
And thus there's a culture surrounding the what do you do to get back at the guy for cheating on you?
Oh,
and there's varying degrees of responses.
Yep.
There's all kinds of things there. Thing is, the kinds of discussions I've been on where I am there hearing this stuff being talked about ranges all the way to some very, 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 like, dangerous, illegal shit. Where it's like, we're still joking here, right? Like, this is...
Right, this is just for catharsis of talking about it.
Right, it's for catharsis of talking about it because there's some people that are shitheads, right? Right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't actually do that,
it's
right?
It's the Anakin Padme meme of like...
Right, it's the kind of thing where if you kind of bring that up, they look at you and go, well, you wouldn't cheat, right? And I'm like, what? No, of course not. But what's that got to do with anything?
That's just abusive talk, of like, oh yes, if you do this thing, then I'll do this other thing. Like, well,
well, no,
don't cheat, of course.
No, obviously. But this was the thing that I was bringing up, was the idea that when it gets into it, I have seen basically like a group of 4 women start hyping each other up, and it's literally like monkeys starting to scream, ah, 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 ah! And the pitch just goes higher and higher, and it's just like, wait, they're gonna eat someone. They're gonna literally like
tear them limb from limb,
tear a person apart and eat their intestines. Like that's, and obviously they're not serious.
Hopefully,
because that would be like
right.
That would be the kind of thing
all
where,
kinds of messed up.
Right.
But if you like, and the negative response to when you say like, okay, but like this is all like joking, right? I get the negative response to that, right, though, because there's also the you ruined the mood. Like,
well, not only that, but the idea that like, but don't you understand what cheating does to a person?
Right.
And I totally understand that. And yet, one of the things that I've seen, especially not specifically from any side of like relationships in general, this is totally crossing all boundaries here, is that a lot of people, when they're in a relationships, it's not a guy thing, girl thing, or anybody else, when they get super possessive about a person talking to somebody else, you are revealing a lot of problems with you. And this is a kind of thing that I feel like is it seems rather like obvious, but it's also like it's also a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, is that you can have friends of the same sex, gender, or
or different,
and have it mean absolutely nothing. But you could also have the partner in your relationship get extremely insecure about that, and that creates a whole thing that you'll have to deal with.
But the tough part about it is that in some cases it might be something where, like in this situation, where even if the partner is not doing anything, the other person might have intentions, right?
Yeah.
And so it's I don't know if I necessarily want you to hang out with that person because you get a bad vibe from them. Sure. But the thing is that how do you make sure that that's a thing where it's communication. Because, I think that person might be trying to steal you away versus I just don't like you to be around other people,
Right. I've seen like, these are the degrees of which I've seen possessiveness take place in relationships. It gets really ridiculous. There was a guy and a girl I knew who the girl made the guy delete all female friends off of his Facebook.
Yeah, I think I heard you telling me about that.
Yeah. And she would consider it cheating if he ever private messaged or texted another girl first.
Right.
Initiating any kind of interaction.
It's like that's
with a woman that could be in a one-on-one private context.
Right.
And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Now,
just don't have any female friends.
I wanted to laugh about this, but I was like, so what about his mother? I didn't hear back from that. I literally never got an answer as to whether that was the case. But I also wanted to laugh because I was like, so what about an aunt?
What if they're not related by blood?
What if they're not related by blood? Exactly. Anyway, it was just really like, oh my god, that's pretty intense. But then I've also seen the kind of thing where it's also really possessive in a way I don't necessarily agree with, but basically they kind of put curfews on the other. I don't want you out past 10 p.m. unless you're with me. And I'm like, interesting. Under certain extra context, I think that makes sense. Maybe if you're in a place that's not as safe or what have you, that totally makes sense.
Well, and also like,
but then also like, wait,
there's the level of like, so there's aspects of that can be from the standpoint of not trusting the other person. There's aspects of that can be from the standpoint of like not being dumb, right? Like if you're hanging out with people and it gets like to like the wee hours of the morning, you're not necessarily going to be thinking you might be kind of loopy at that point.
Sure.
Maybe you end up making a mistake, right? That's something where it's like, okay, I could see maybe.
Right. I think that's less extreme than the, don't initiate one-on-one interactions with any women. That would be a bit much. But I still think this one is a bit more of an extreme kind of thing. But that's where it becomes into that area where you go closer and closer and closer to the middle, and it's a thing where people are like, well, where's the middle?
Right. You have to figure out something that works for the both of you.
Yeah, and that relies on communication.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I just love that the reveal with Maki is that not only does she really like this guy, she's extremely like absolutely loopy with regards to how she handles her feelings.
Yes.
So it's funny given that she would actually fit better into the main cast of the student council than Chika, for instance, because Chika is the specific odd one out in that she's like, nah, I have attained balance and zen, and now I just cause chaos,
Right, and it's like, I've never been to a mixer. Wait, what? It's like, I would think you would love those. Oh no, okay, I see why. Certainly she wouldn't get invited again, Yeah.
Also, Chika seems to be like me in a weird way, where she's just trying to come up with excuses to play games that she really likes with other people.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I've been there, Chika. I'm like, let's do a mixer. A D&D mixer. Wait, what the fuck are you talking about? No one would want to do that. And then I'm like, well, I'm sorry, I want to do that.
Now, see, the problem is that any time that a girl is like, I'm going to play D&D, then it's like, oh, allow me to introduce myself. I'm single, Yeah.
God, that's cringe.
Anytime you go to like a game store and there's like open board games or whatever, people playing stuff, or a magic tournament, or and then there's like the one, maybe two girls there, and it's just like, oh, stay strong. You have probably had to deal with so many people hitting on you.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
But we have this new character being brought in Maki.
Yep.
She'll probably be reoccurring in general.
Even if it's from the sidelines as she watches.
Yeah, but they said she's gained 2 accomplices.
Mm-hmm. And I love that it's kind of like a thing of like, she kind of strong-armed them into it without knowing, because they're like, oh yeah, we totally didn't
But that's the thing. I think
contribute to the
situation. I think she does know.
Oh,
I think she does know. Yeah.
Oh.
I think she's a little bit of a sociopath in that she's letting out certain emotions accidentally, for sure.
Okay.
But she's also timing it with all the other things so that she can achieve that, result of getting
desired
accomplices.
Effect.
Yeah.
So I like it. The reason why I'm not sure about that is because this was actually probably the thing that would have made it the most confusing and difficult for Nagisa, is because she was doing all of these things, but yet when asked about it, she did not actually say that she would steal him from somebody. She's like, no, I wouldn't do that. I'll just be waiting. But then as it went on, it's like, no, I actually do want to steal him from her. Right. So I feel like she isn't even really in tune with her own desires, No,
I'm with you, but she can bald-faced lie with no emotion until she leaks her emotions out. That's sociopathic. That's actual sociopathic. She's at the very least got some kind of a personality disorder in that regard.
Well, she is a wonderful way to be able to showcase the ways in which Kaguya could truly be terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Because they do have a lot of similarities. And, she's not Kaguya, she's the main character, and we love Kaguya and all that stuff, but Kaguya is absolutely, absolutely scary sometimes.
Yes.
So,
yes,
and not necessarily just in a ha-ha way.
Kaguya is just better because she's the main
character.
No.
I'm not saying
I'm saying that, she's just, in the way that she was introduced, it was so extreme because, extreme character introductions are the most effective.
Wonderful, yes.
We don't have a lot of nuance to her character yet, outside of the final moment of where she's like, oh, that felt good to talk about my feelings with people. Huh.
Uh-huh.
Well, she didn't really talk about her feelings. She just talked to people and they just kind of listened.
Yeah.
But, all right. Kaguya's insecurities about him going to the mixer.
Yeah.
Them actually talking about that after the game.
Mm-hmm. That was
and then
wonderful.
Him being like, hey, it's important to me that you believe me.
Yeah.
And him being aware of her feelings enough to make this kind of a thing.
Right. It's the point where it's like the fact that he is doing that is him communicating, even if he's not saying it, that I acknowledge that I think you like me, but also that I like you.
Yeah.
So I acknowledge that I think you will care because you like me, and I, care because I like you.
No.
But I'm not actually going to say it, but,
No.
Yeah, but it's important to me that you trust me.
Yeah. And she put the coin up in the head's position.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
Shirogane wins.
Yeah.
Really sweet episode.
That was wonderful.
Yeah. Focus on the side characters. And we got some full-on macking out in the hallway
we did.
while they were watching.
and the bright lights to censor it and stuff.
Kaguya's courage leveled up, or her understanding leveled up.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Kaguya's full, like, sex ed is, like, maybe 5 words,
she added like 7 words.
Exactly. She's like, whoa, that's kissing.
Tongues.
Right. Like I wouldn't have necessarily categorized it as such, but oh my.
Wow.
Right. They're like all of a sudden
Does that taste good?
Yeah. She's gonna be talking to Hayasaka and she's like, so before when I would think about, precedent, I would just think about like kissing on the cheek, maybe on the lips.
And she would go like, and he would be like,
Right, exactly.
So what is kissing when they're 2 people kissing? Hayasaka's like,
well, right. She's like, now I'm thinking like tongues and
wouldn't the teeth like get in the way? It's like, no, okay.
if they are, you're doing it wrong.
And then Hayasaka's like, okay, I'm going to show you some movies here, and here's some examples of some actually decently good kissing. So there you go. And Kaguya's just like, this is horrible. Let's watch another one.
Yeah, exactly.
She's just getting all like hot and bothered,
Also, I really loved the idea of the game with the coins and everything as a way for them to be able to communicate to each other, but then also not just necessarily have it be about Kaguya and Shirogane, because the others are going to be answering these questions. So that thing of like, who's the third person who said that they liked somebody? We can have our theories and things like that. But, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I would say that most likely, my opinion, I think it is Ino. I think Ishigami did bring up some things about how he struggled. Like you were saying with...
my money's on Ishigami, but if it is Ino, that'd be fun.
I really want it to be Ino, especially because her thing of being insecure with regards to how people see her feels like the kind of thing of where she would actually be attracted to Ishigami because he doesn't care as much about how other people see him. Now, he does care a little bit because he's human, and he also asked, do you guys hate me?
Right.
Now, one person did say yes, and that's obviously Chika.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Ino didn't say yes.
Yeah, the thing about the coins is that I think from what we've seen in previous things, Ino is not necessarily aware that she likes Ishigami. But I think Ishigami is aware that he likes her.
Okay, yeah, that's possible.
Like she can hide behind the veneer of, well, he's just messing up all the time, and exactly. I'm trying to make sure that he follows the rules, and he's so bad at that, and I really wish he'd be better. And
We'll see.
We will.
So y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We do streams every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.